Amiran has lived in this village all his life. His father built this house. But when the war came, they were forced out, given minutes to leave. The militia set it on fire in front of them.
Когда сюда иду, сами меньше каждый прихода 5 лет теряют.
After the war came the fence. He'd tended this orchard over 30 years. It was his main source of income. But one day Russian border guards arrived and told him this land was in South Ossetia now, a breakaway region that Georgia says is an occupied territory. Russia recognises as an independent state. The fence they built might not look like much, but he'll be arrested if he tries to cross.
Они с автоматами били, я отсюда смотрели, ничего не говорили. Что говорить? Я без автомата простой человек. Они с автоматами.
So he watches his fruit rot on the trees as his government watches Russia laying razor wire and declaring a de facto border across land it insists is Georgian. It's too dangerous to live next to the fence. You can be detained for going too close. So they're living in this old school with 3 other families. Amiran's wife has tried to make it as nice as she can, but she's ashamed that they're living like this.
И вот так попал. Сожгли, без дома оставили.
Без дома и без и сад уже у нас нету уже.
On the hills above are Russian positions. They've assumed responsibility for South Ossetia's border control. Georgia calls this process borderization. What it claims is the creeping annexation of its territory. It says this has little to do with the sovereignty or otherwise of South Ossetia and everything to do with Russia projecting its power, disrupting the lives of people here as much as possible and maintaining a military presence on the border. On the far side of the fence we found David. He was born here in what he thought was Georgia in 1934. He doesn't understand how he's ended up in South Ossetia. The European Union has a monitoring mission here, deployed as part of the ceasefire agreement in 2008.
He's meeting with somebody else, they're changing.
They observe and record the ongoing construction of the fence, but they have little real power and no access to the other side.
We're looking for signs of Russian border guard patrols, what they're up to. We're looking for signs of what we call borderization, which is a word we use for installation of physical barriers along the ABL.
The monitors are impartial, but the imagery of all this will not be lost on Russia. This former Soviet state is attempting to pursue a new European future. It says the fence is part of Russia's continued efforts to exert its power and influence. It's also a test of the international community's response. Katie Stallard, Sky News, Georgia.